Hey, hello everyone. How you doing? Hey Fulvio, how you doing, my friend? Thank you for joining. Hello Salman. How are you? Good. Can you hear me well? Hey Shoki, Sherry. Can you hear me well? Do you? Yes. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you. Thank you. Hello Eileen. Thank you. All right. You know what? I've been. Well, you remember I was out last week. I went to LA for the Traders Lab meetup. It was a really nice experience. But then on Friday, I was taking. I took a trade. It was from my laptop, not from my usual setup, and I had I had an amazing day on Friday. Not sure if you guys were here around, but last Friday I made my largest percentage on a contract uh, on options, and it was it was really nice. I was preparing. I mean, yes, I had some lucky. I was I was a bit lucky, but I was prepared for that, right? I was prepared for that. My play was to take advantage of a move like that. My analysis was kind of accurate, and everything I did was to take advantage of a move like that. I mean, yes, it was way more than expected. It was way more than what I was expecting. But this is all preparation, right? Uh, I received a few messages on Discord and on Circle about like, hey Neto, how lucky you were, and and I was like, yes, I mean I was lucky, but I want you to see that the more I prepare, the luckier I get, right? Like, so yes, I mean you can say that it was part luck, but most of it was preparation. Most of it was having the right levels. Most of it was reading price action. Most of it was entering into a trade that made sense, and also having my risk management plan, right? Because um, even when I was struggling with a portion of my trade, it was inside of my risk, and well, actually, everything happened like really nice on Friday. So what I did on Friday is like, okay, well, this is just too much. So I just, disconnected from trading at all. Like I didn't take any calls. I didn't take any. I wasn't even looking at charts, anything, right? So until last night. Last night I was preparing my levels again. I was watching everything that I had. As you can see here, we have new key levels with the 15-minute chart. I usually refresh my key levels like every day, and every weekend I just take off all of the 15-minute chart and redo them. So I was preparing yesterday my charts and everything, but again, it was like I don't want to go back to my trading station. I did everything on my laptop on my living room. I connected my laptop to my big screen TV. I was doing my levels there. I was talking to my wife, so I didn't come back to here. And this morning I was like, oh, where's my mic? Where's my camera? Where's everything? So I wasn't too prepared for this session today. But yeah, so so thank you guys for coming. Thank you for letting me know that everything is working properly. And if it's not, just please let me know. Uh, I love that, Alex. Preparation plus opportunity equals luck. Exactly. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Hey, Jeff, how are you, Jeff? Thank you for thank you for your email. Thank you for your messages. Hello, Mr. Hans. Eileen, only you will make money on this bloodbath. I was there. I was there. Jason, this one here, I think it was okay. I think it was okay. I actually draw it. This break retest of the 5-minute opening range. I did. Hello, Kumar. Hey, Bets boy. Jason, what happened? Oh, all right, that was your question. Okay, okay, okay. Um, hello, Miss Anne. Surprised you didn't play reversal today? Oh, my friend. I did have a trade today. I did have a trade today. I'm gonna show you. Mr. Hans, when you're trading SPY, what is your playbook? Do you use QQQ as Confluence? Yes, I mean, well, I have different playbooks. The one playbook that I have been using recently, because I'm in a discipline challenge, it's using the break and retest to the downside in both indices, and not only on the intraday key levels, but also when you are creating what we call the battleground, like for example here, right? Like this is resistance, then turn into support, then turn again into resistance, and the drop. That is the play that I've been playing for the past weeks, and it's actually the play that it has been working really really nice for my personality, let's say, for my edge. So that's exactly what I've been doing. I have a few rules about it. I mean, my playbook it's kind of extensive with this. I have a lot of notes about how I play to the downside here. But for example, we can talk about the displacement. It's a different playbook for me. It's a different playbook when you are playing calls that when you are taking puts. So if you were, for example, Jason is asking about this. This is the 5-minute opening range break and retest. Is it too much, or is it just too little displacement? For me, it's okay because it's the indices, right? And also, I compare SPY to QQQ. So they usually move similar. So when I see that, I don't know, like for example, right here, SPY is actually kind of respecting the opening price, and it's not going lower. So I just make sure that I follow that on QQQ and the other way around, right? Like I mean, they have similar moves. That doesn't mean they have similar key levels on the name of the key levels, but usually they move similar. So yes, what I do is I always have this is my chart for trading the indices. All right, so I always have like SPY and QQQ back to back. This is the 15 minutes, and I have another layout with the 1 minute, right, for my entries. But this is pretty much how I play. I have SPY and QQQ on the same screen. Thank you, Fulvio. Hey, Chandru. Hey, Crunchy. Did you take all the trades that you charted in your videos? No, I don't. No. Those are just examples. I usually take one trade on the day, and it's usually on SPY or QQQ. Do you take a trade on the indices when they are not moving in the same direction? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right. Well, let me go here. I don't have too many examples for you today, guys. But let's take a look. So this is the first example that I want to go over. This is the break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. I know, just as you say, well, there's not too much of a displacement, but we do have some displacement here. It's 661.90 to 661.67. So this is a 23 cents displacement. I know this is like not too much, but it is something. So for example, here on this example here, I personally wouldn't take this one here because it's too close to high of the day. So when I'm looking for some calls, I'm looking for my risk reward to be at least 1 to 1.5. And here it's not even 1 to 1, right? So that's what I do on calls, different to what I do on puts. If we had this inverse chart, I will easily take this, right? Because I don't care if this is close to low of the day. If it's gonna dump it, it's gonna do it like quick, fast, and heavy. So I don't care if the risk reward to the downside is not, or to the low of the day, it's not that much, because I usually trust the setup, but it's not the same when I'm taking calls. So this is different, but I just want to show you different opportunities on the indices, right? So this will be like my play on SPY. All right, so I will open the position right here when it's above this previous candle. So now I know this is a reaction and buyers are stepping in right here, right? And this is kind of the confirmation of the move. I will be aiming to the pre-market high. That will be my first target. And look at this. This is a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. So not bad. Actually, I will take easily half of my position here because it's a 1 to 3. And then I will be looking for the market structure. So for example, here this is failing to create a new high. I will be looking to manage my position here because that's how I play same day expiration on the indices. I don't on the same day expiration for the indices. I never wait for this. But if you are playing 1, 2, 3, 5 days expiration, yes, you can do this. And I mean the contracts are not gonna move like on the same day. But yeah, that it again, it's a different playbook for everyone. So depending on how you play the expiration of your contracts, that also changes everything. For me, once I have some certain percentage on my contracts, I just set my stop loss to break even, and I prefer to re-enter into position than like letting a green trade turn into red. Hola Felipe. Mr. Hans, I took SPY calls at the close of the 946 candle to pre-market high 946 candle. This one here. Any particular reason you choose this candle here, Mr. Hans? I wouldn't take it. No, I wouldn't take it. This is very, very, very much the middle of the 5-minute opening range. So yeah, there's, as you can see here, there's not too much of a sign of a bullish or bearish thing. So right here, you are just chilling around this range, right? You are just chilling around this range. So yeah, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that. That's why I'm asking, like, what were you watching here? Like, I don't know, like, if you had an idea here. Market structure, break and retest, 660.90. 660.90. 9. You said 946. I don't know, brother. I really don't see too much here. No, I wouldn't take this, for being honest. It's right in the middle of the range. When you said market structure, not sure if you are like talking about this. But yeah, no, I wouldn't take this. I actually don't get the idea. Um, K Q Q Q. Oh well, let me take a look. Q Q Q Q. All right. So that was kind of the first idea on SPY. For being honest, I was just letting the IB to cool off. So today I was, you know, just as I explained, I'm trying to take puts on both the indices, but the IB right here, the IB was super high. Why? Because this happens. This works like when we are having earnings. The 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 implied volatility is super high, so your contracts can be cooked like right here, so that they won't be moving too much, and the Greeks are gonna burn your premium. So I was waiting for some move like this, so the IB just cool off a bit, and I actually took a QQQ trade. I'm gonna show you in a minute, but it was after this move, so the IB was in a more standard regular range. You will see. So that was the first opportunity that I watched, and then we were just inside of the 5 minute opening range. We kind of broke the 5 minute opening range, retested, no reaction here. It broke again to the downside. I'm sorry. It broke again to the downside. No good reactions. I was actually looking at this. Let me show you here. Oh. Right here. This, I was looking at this candle here, like the break and retest of this 5 minute opening range. Like I was looking for something like this, but I needed to actually break this 659.89. Why? Because that was low of the day, and as you can see, we had strong reactions at that key level. So I was waiting for some break like here. So I didn't take this. I'm showing you what I was expecting here. So maybe something more like this. This is something that I will be expecting. So the break and retest of this, this was low of the day, and then continuation to the downside. That was the play that I was looking here, but it never came. It actually reversed really well right here. It swiped this low of the day, and then it went higher. And then this is the only other play that I will take. This is the break and retest of this pivot high. As you can see here, this is the break and retest of this previous pivot high. This is the squeeze of after swiping the low of the day. This was a great squeeze. So it came back, retested here. I will take this trade here. Or if you miss it, like something like here, right? Something like here. That will be actually a nice idea. Something like here. But well, I will take it like right here. This you break, had displacement, retested, nice reaction, and then you are looking for 663.50 or even higher, right? Even higher. I don't know what happened with this candle. Actually, in Webull, this candle wick is not like that. In Webull, I don't have this candle wick. But anyways, I mean, this was just building market structure to the upside. So this will be another opportunity to the upside on SPY. That zone you mark out on the gray, would you call that an order block? This one here? That's why. Hey Raytrix, welcome to the family. Yeah, well, I wouldn't call this like an order block. I wouldn't call this like an order block, but this is a relevant area because this was the supply at here, right? So this is just the break and retest of resistance turned into support flip zone area, or this supply turned into demand area, right? So that's what I will call this, more than an order block here. I don't see an order. I mean, I don't see how, to set an order block here with the, I mean, on the regular method we have, like, like an up close candle on a downtrend, or a down close candle on an uptrend. This is just different, right? This is just resistance turned into support, or supply turned into demand, right? All right, guys. So that was everything that I watched on SPY. QQQ was different. QQQ was different. Let me tell you what I did on QQQ. It was actually kind of a risky trade. More than risky, it was actually it was not a good trade. But I'm gonna tell you what I did. I took something like here. I have my stop loss here. I have my target here, and I made this. Unfortunately for me, this was not a very good trade for several reasons. I mean, first, on my playbook, I was kind of, like looking for this break and retest of this area here. This is an order block. This is an order block, right? This is an uptrend. This is the down close candle. So this, something like this will be the order block, the complete candle here. So I was a bit anxious this morning because I was kind of desperate and frustrated with this price action here. So when I watched this candle here rejecting this 601, I said like, okay, well, this is our move to the downside. So I know I should be taking better trades, but I was watching this break and retest of this area here. This area here, this was support, then it was turned into resistance, then it was broken here, and I took my trade right here on this 1046 candle, and I only took it to the 5-minute opening range. And let me tell you something, on a regular day, this could be like a 50% move from 599.83 to 598. I mean, this is almost $1.50, almost $2. This will be easily an 100% move. But today it was only a 32% move or something like that. Why? Well, because the IB is not cool off enough. The Greeks are not working on my favor today. Anyways, so today I had like a very decent trade. Again, the lowest of these candles were like 35%. I actually had like a 20% the overall on my trade. But I really didn't like my entry. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, yes, I know this was kind of the break retest of this area here, but this was not my ideal entry. But anyways, I will take what the market gave me today, and I'm journaling that I was kind of desperate and emotions took the best out of me today, and or the worst, right? They took out the worst out of me. I was being impatient. I was kind of forcing this trade. I didn't want to miss this move to the downside after failing to create a new high. So yeah, I mean, there were several things that were aligning to my playbook. Just my entry criteria was not complete, right? But anyways, I took a good trade. Well, I took a good profit here. It was just not, it wasn't just a good trade. All right. Yeah, the IB was, I don't know, was what is whack. But I suppose it's not normal, right? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know what's whack, but I'm assuming it's not normal. Yes, Ivy was kind of weird. So I took this trade again. I took what the market gave me, but this was not my best trade. So sorry, guys. But I'm showing you what I do day in and day out, even if it's a bad trade like this. So yes, it was a green trade, but it was not a good trade. All right. Uh, it was the rejection of the order block and the fair value gap. Yeah, probably yes. I mean, yeah. I mean, I can try to explain this move, but it's just not aligned to my playbook. Whack means crazy in a sense. Yeah. Okay. So okay, let me take a look to your trade. 952, 952, 952. Okay. I'm assuming calls, right? You were trying this reclaim the 5-minute opening range all the way to the, as soon as it engulfs 951 right here. Okay, the body or the candle completed. I usually just take the bodies, but yeah. Okay, idea break and retest above the 5-minute opening range, the order block, which was the week of 932. Target profit was pre-market high, good, and the stop loss was the bottom of the order block right here. That was a perfect trade. I mean, it's more like a break and hold kind of trade. This is not the break and retest, or not like we know it, like like the break, displacement, retest, reaction. But this was a very good idea. This was a very good idea. Uh, the this is the, oh well, what was the stop loss? Okay, I mean on your chart, what key level? You were stop out here? No, you didn't, right? The week of the 932 candle. This one here. Okay, something like that. All right, that was perfect. Okay, that was perfect. 1 to 3.3 risk reward ratio trade. That was a very nice trade, Kay. That was a very nice trade. Congratulations here. This is, as you can see, this is pretty much the same trade on SPY, right? Break, retest right here. Somewhere around here. Oh, easier. This is okay. It's kind of the same trade here, just on QQQ. That was very nice. That was very nice, Kay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, brother. All right. So okay, well that's all that I was watching on QQQ. Again, I'm sorry, guys, if I wasn't like paying too much attention to the chart. It was just like today. I wasn't expecting too much, right? I mean, today it's a bank holiday, so I knew that even when we can have some volatility for the market, the volume was not there. And you can see the volume. I mean, on your broker. I mean, I don't have my volume turned on this chart, but if you go to your broker, you will see on your chart the volume on every chart. So it's it's just not there. I wasn't actually looking for a trade. This is something that I forced. Uh, so yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Neto, can you make a video how to mark out the flip zones? Yeah, let me take note of that, Bets Boy, because that's kind of the most frequent question on the break retest boom. uh let me try to prepare something for that. But yeah, usually it's like very visual. As you can see here, it's like very visual, trying to, to identify this support, then turn into resistance zones. Like here, I mean, here it was resistance, then you had the break, it was turned into support, then here it's break again, turn oh, turn into resistance again, then turn into, come on, turn into support. So I don't know if there's too much technicals on here, other than just, being aware of these areas. But yeah, let me try to prepare something for you guys. Okay, so this is AMD. AMD was, it tried to do something above the 5-minute opening range, but this was not aligned to the indices, right? Well, maybe this. Actually, yeah, maybe this one here. This should be something like that, because the indices, they were trying, look at this, they had this break and retest over the 15-minute opening chart key level, or this previous pivot high. So yeah, this just didn't follow. This just didn't follow through. But this was an actual good play, right? Can you see reaction on the 5-minute, reaction on the 5-minute, reaction on the 5-minute? And if you open your position here on this candle, right when it was taking direction to the upside, yeah, it just didn't work. Like 2 minutes later, right? And after that, guys, I don't know if you will take something like this, right? Like these rejections of the 5-minute opening range low. I wouldn't. And this is the low of the day, so there's no too much here. Yeah, I wouldn't take anything on AMD. What about Amazon? Let me tell you something about Amazon. Previous day high is right here, 228.25, and previous day low, it's right here, 220. So this is why I wouldn't trust this 5-minute opening range break and retest, because you are actually below. Oh no, where is the 216? 216 is the previous day low. Yeah, so just because you are inside of the range of the previous day, I think that's the main idea here. Let's talk about this. Because you are inside of the range from the previous day. I know it's a huge range on most of the names, especially on the indices, but especially on some of the names, it was a huge range. You can't trust too much into these moves, right? Like, oh well, this is a clear break and retest of the 5-minute opening range. I mean, yes, but it's inside of the previous day range. Yeah, but previous day range was huge. Yeah, well, still, you are inside of the previous day range. So today, in my opinion, it was one of these days only to watch. Only to watch. I mean, if you didn't want to have too much risk or exposure, today was a perfect day to watch. See if these names are actually gonna reclaim everything they lost on last Friday, right? So, for example, right here, this is something I like. This is something that I like. Even when we had this drop from 228 to 220, look at this, how it's building liquidity around 220. 220, I mean, it's a round number, strike number, whole number. This is a very psych number. So this here, building liquidity above this 220, this is something good to see, not today, for tomorrow, right? If you will be watching something on tech names tomorrow, this might be something to pay attention. How, just look how well it's building liquidity around these numbers. All right. uh Thomas, would you say it's easier for finding his own strategy and playbook to concentrate on QQQ and SPY instead of no, I don't. uh I will say, Thomas, I will say that it's always easier to go watch a tech name and have a context and reference with one of the indices than only watching at the indices, right? I mean, because when you are just looking at the indices, there's nothing else. You need to start learning about uh, volume profile, volume by price, EMAs, SMAs. I mean, I just think that you need to be watching at too many things on the indices. But when you are looking to the tech names, you can use the indices as a reference or context, right? So no, I wouldn't say it's easier. Kumar, Palantir, yes, I'll take a look. All right. So Amazon, nothing for today. Nothing for today, guys. I wouldn't be watching anything on Amazon just because, as I told you, there's nothing too much to watch. Just look at this. This is similar thing than Nvidia, right? So we dropped from 195.62 to 188. This is not too much of a drop, for being honest. This is not too much of a drop. But if you are watching today's price action and look how well it's building liquidity about this 189, 188, this is just telling you, hey guys, I want to recover. I just need an excuse to go higher. And this is what you should be watching today. All right. Same thing for Tesla. Tesla, what happened with Tesla? Previous day high 443. We are trading around 430. This is looking good, right? This is looking good. So again, today was, I mean, bank holidays after a huge drop, no volume, high volatility. Today was a good day to just watch. As you can see here, there's actually nothing like too clear to take, right? Not even this. I mean, I know this is like a resistance, then turn into support. Yeah, well, this is a nice thing, but look at this. You are still inside of the 5-minute opening range. So yeah, nothing too much to watch on Tesla. What is this? This is Microsoft. Well, Microsoft, I want to show you Microsoft on the higher time frame. Can you see this? This is Microsoft. I mean, we are on the previous range. So nothing too much to watch on Microsoft now. Again, this is just a name that, look at this. I mean, most of the day inside of the 5-minute opening range. Nothing too much to see here. Palantir. Let's take a look to Palantir. What you were? Palantir. Break and retest, 5-minute low, and the one candle after a nice push down. I entered 941 candle. 941 candle. This one here. Okay. Target was pre-market low, stop. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw sellers stepping in both Palantir and QQQ. Let's take a look. 9:41, 9:42. Yeah, well, there, there's this thing. Do you remember I told you like Mondays are the days when you need to wait more? It's like, let's say, it's like investors, waking up from a hangover. It's like, oh, well, it's Monday again. What are we doing on Monday? What happened on weekend? Where I am, where I am. So, Monday, guys, I mean, I always tell you that you should be patient after market opens, right? I have this particular personal rule of waiting 10, 15 minutes after market open. I usually wait more than 15, but that's my rule, right? That's something that aligns to what I like, to what my data has telling me. But on Mondays, I usually am way more patient because again, I want to markets to actually wake up and tell me what they want to do. And 9:42, it's just like too early on the week, not only on the day, too early on the week to try to identify what the market wants to do. So, yes, I understand what you're saying. Like, oh, well, we were just dropping here. We had this retest of the 5-minute opening range low. Then I had this nice candle to the downside. QQQ was actually showing the same thing, but this is what can happen, right? I mean, even if you open, like, let's say here, right below the body of this candle here, and you were aiming, what you were aiming here, Kumar, what you were trying here, this 170, just too far, right? 173, maybe. It was a 122 reward rate to trade. What you were trying here? 173.53. This previous day low. Look at this. This is not even a 122 reward rate to trade. I mean, I like it. I like it. It's just not the right moment. I mean, not 9:41 on a Monday after a huge drop on Friday, and after President Trump saying, "Oh, you know what? Whatever I said on Friday, it was not 100% real." China, these China guys are really good guys. I don't want to escalate this. So you have news. You had a huge drop. It's too early in the day. It's too early in the week. Yeah, I will just say it just didn't work. Yeah, again, I don't think it's a mistake. This is a really nice break and retest of the 5-minute opening range low. This is huge reaction, and as you can see, it's also aligned to the indices. It's just great. It just didn't work, and the reason it didn't work, or the reason it's low probability, it's just because it's too early on the week. It's too early on the week. Maybe if this trade was on a Wednesday at 9:53, it will be a great trade. It will be a great trade. I just think, again, for a Monday after a huge drop on a Friday, after several news over the weekend, this is just, I don't know, like, too risky. Okay. Okay. Thomas, okay, understand, like, Jack and Tony are doing. What are they doing? Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, just like Jack and Tony are doing. Like, they are looking 3, 4 different names, or they actually focus only on 2 different names, right? Like, I mean, they have an idea of a different variety of names, like 5, 6 names on their watch list, but they actually focus just on 2. So they have SPY, QQQ, and their 2 names on the screen, and that's all what they are watching. They are not watching 10 different names, right? Even when they are, like they are the coaches, they are way more experts than us. They are not spreading their attention to several names. They are choosing their 2 3 names on the pre-market according to what they are doing on the higher time frame, and then they focus on those 3 names. Even if they miss Hood, even if they miss ABGO, even if they miss OKLO, I mean, they are not just looking 10 different names. They look to all of them on the pre-market, and they choose 2 3 4, and they focus on those. All right. Okay, to one last one today on Nvidia. Enter puts 1044. Enter puts 1044 here. Like this break retest, break and holds of this 5-minute opening range low. This is a great play as a breakout trader or as a break and hold trader. This is just not like the break and retest. But I can see what you tried here. I can see what you tried here, and this was a really nice trade because it was very evident. This is squeeze. This is squeeze. So this was a great trade, just not for the break and retest, right? And yes, the risk was super low here. Good trade there. Okay, it's just different than the break and retest, right? Well, we were watching Palantir. Okay. Apple. I usually don't trust Apple. Imagine on a day like today, right? This is exactly why. All this is inside of the 5-minute opening range, so nothing to see here. What is this? Google. All this is in a 5-minute opening range, so nothing to see here. But look at this. This is kind of nice. This is kind of nice. Yeah, something here. This is a nice break and retest of the high of the day and continuation to the upside. It was just too late of the day, right? Something like here, maybe 11:31. Yeah, something like here. Risk at the bottom of these candles here. Looking for 242.50 maybe. No. 243. 243. It's a 1 to 3.5 for sure rate to trade. You actually made it. Yeah, maybe this one. But again, it was just too late on the day. And after this awful price action, I don't know. But yes, this was a nice opportunity here. Meta, I think Meta was the only one with like a nice setup. Like here, this is the break and retest of this order block here. Also this 715.85, that's a key level on the 15-minute chart. So if you had something like this, this was a great trade. This was a great trade. All right. Is Ramesh here? No, probably not. He has been taking Meta, but only to the downside. Not sure if he will like this kind of play. All right. And that was all for today, guys. Just as I told you today, not the great day, not the best day to trade. I will say, mark your calendars and identify the bank holidays where the market is open with 2 main reasons. First, you need to watch out because you will only be allowed to play with your settled funds. So if if you use all of your available funds the previous day, you won't be allowed to play or to trade uh, that day. And second, just this again, this is a great day to watch how price action plays, right? It's not optimal because again, you can have volatility but you won't have volume. So the IB, the contract premium will be behaving weird, and this is something that you learn from observation, right? This is something you learn from observation. All right. So, guys, if you don't have any other question, that will be all for today. I'm really thankful that you joined today. Even when you knew it, there's not too much to show you today. But okay, well, the green streak continues. The green streak continues. I just ended my back-to-back more than 100% trades. But the last week was amazing. Last week was amazing. Again, I don't want to call it only luck because the more I prepare, the luckier I get. So remember that. I mean, you need to be prepared so the lucky finds you easier. All right. Thank you very much. You know the drill. We are almost 900, guys. We are almost 900. So I see some new people here who said Ray Tricks. Please subscribe to the channel. We are on a mission to be 1,000 people by end of the year. So guys, thank you very much for joining every day. Now I will see you tomorrow. Bye.